Body was pulled from the rubble overnight, bringing the death toll to 10. More than 150 people remain missing in Surfside as families watch the intense rescue efforts unfold.
It's very difficult being out here to sort of go through the grief with them and their time period of their not knowing of what's happening with their family members at the same time.
RAPHAEL POCH is a volunteer of United Hatzalah, one of the several Israeli rescue groups working with El Al Airlines to dispatch psychotrauma and crisis response unit to help relatives of victims, community members, and others cope with the tragedy. POCH says Israeli search and rescue teams are often dispatched abroad to aid in missions following natural disasters like earthquakes. He says this mission is to provide the emotional support to those suffering.
There's families that have been waiting for, I think, 5 days since the collapse occurred to hear about what's happening with their loved ones. And that's something that's very emotionally difficult for people.
The missing are from at least 9 countries, including Latin American countries and multiple faith communities. The tower once sat in the small suburb of Surfside, home to a large Orthodox Jewish community. In 1981, emissaries from the Chabad in Brooklyn established the main synagogue there, the Shul of Bal Harbor. The Shul is about a mile from the collapsed building, and it's become a shoulder for the displaced to lean on.
It's really become a ray of light amidst the destruction and devastation that so many people are experiencing and the trauma that they're experiencing there.
In New York, Rabbi MOTTI SELIGSON says the Chabad's outreach in Florida is strong, from supplying medications and food to helping in recovery efforts.
There are people going over there and traveling to Surfside from the New York area to be with some of these families, to help them to tend to their children while they're dealing with all this grief.
The Shul in Surfside has also set up an emergency fund, and synagogues around Metro New York are informing their congregants of the funds while asking for prayers for those still missing. FEMA efforts are also underway, and President Biden supports an investigation to pinpoint the cause of the collapse.
The goal, of course, is to get to the bottom of what happened and, of course, have it be an instructive guide on how to prevent it from happening in the future.
Despite an engineer's warning of major structural problems, a town building official tells board members their Florida high-rise condo was in very good shape almost 3 years before it collapsed. Now, this is according to minutes of a town meeting released today.